Hi! Oh my god, this is so crazy. Welcome back, I suppose, to my channel. It's so weird saying that. I'm gonna have to get used to this again. So please bear with. Bear with. This video is what I realistically read in a week as a working girly. Why am I speaking with an accent? I feel like I do that all the time when I speak into these little mini mics. I just said I would start this video because I haven't actually introduced the video and said hey. So the book I'm currently reading is The Book Thief by, who is this by? Markus Zusak? Oh my god, I probably butchered that name. I'm so sorry. It is the first book club pick of me and my best friend's book club. We're doing a little mini book club just to see how it goes. I just wanted to do a little reading vlog of just my week, as a person who works and is trying to do this whole thing on the side, I suppose. I don't want to say too much because my friends will be watching this video. I'm 38% of the way through, I think, right at this moment, and it's getting somewhere. It's getting somewhere. I'm interested, I'm intrigued, I want to keep reading. I'm really excited and I hope you enjoy the video. So let's just get into it, I suppose. Hey, I'm actually just in the door from work. I probably look like a sweaty mess. It's the next day. Got 2 packages. I'm so excited. One of them is a book, so I'm excited about that. We'll open the non-book one first. I don't actually know 100% what this is. I think I have a feeling, but I'm surprised because I only ordered it on Sunday, I think. Yeah, it is the thing I ordered. Well, that was quick delivery. So this is a little top from the brand Ditzy Bit. It's like an Irish brand, Irish owned brand. Oh my god. So it's like a little navy era t-shirt. I love it. So cute. It just says Era with love, and then it's like a little stamp and like Ireland in the middle. I have like a linen skirt that I bought last year. I think this would be super cute with it. Let's open the book mail. This is a very exciting package. Oh my god. So this is Ashley Poston. I think it's Poston. Her newest book released today. Ashley Poston is one of my fave authors. I've literally read 2 of her books. I've read 7 Year Slip. That's how I found her and her writing, and I just fell in love with those characters in that book and that story. And then I read A Novel Love Story, also really enjoyed that one. I do have Dead Romantics on my shelf that I'm gonna read before I read this one. But this is a new one called Sounds Like Love. It's out today. It's just such a beautiful cover. I saw somebody on TikTok, I think her name is Silly Little Books or something like that on TikTok. I do follow her, but I'm not 100% sure of her name. She got like an arc of this, I think, and was saying it was like a Harry Styles vibe off it, and I'm like, I'm into that. I want to read that. Yes, please. So it says Joni Lark wants to create the melodies that get stuck in your head and your heart. Her hometown has always given her surf, sand and inspiration. When her parents decide to close the family music venue, Joni's life begins to fall off key. She couldn't possibly write another song until a melody comes to her half-formed and with an imagined voice that she can't forget. Oh, it sounds so good. I feel like I'm gonna love this. What I love about Ashley Paulson's books is the magical realism. Like, there's just something about it, especially in the 7 Year Slip. I really enjoyed that, like, magical realism, like the whole one apartment thing. I just love those characters so much. I just want to be in these books, and it's so beautiful. Should we put it on the shelf together? I really want to reread the 7 Year Slip. If you have not read this book, please read it. I'm gonna have to move my little son, I think. Oh, look at that. Like, I low-key wish this copy of the 7 Year Slip was all yellow here, but it's fine. They look so cute. I need to move the sun because he's getting squashed. Where'll I put him? Maybe we'll move these books just for now. Yeah, I think I'll pop these on the bottom shelf, and then the sun can sit in the corner because I like him there. It's actually a girl. I like her there. Love it. Of the way through. I think I read like, I want to say like 35-ish pages today. Diving back in. I'll see you tomorrow. I've said I'd just add this little clip in of me actually like talking about the book for a little bit because I haven't really spoken much about it. The Book Thief so far. If you do not want any spoilers for this book, it has been a long time, so I don't know if I will be giving spoilers, but if you have not read it and you really want to read it, the description of this book does not give a lot at all, so I am going to be talking about it. I'll put a little time on the screen for you to skip to if you don't want any spoilers, or if you're my friends, please leave because I'm going to be talking about my thoughts and we can't know what I think about this yet. I'll actually read the description for you and then we'll go from there. So, it is 1939, Nazi Germany. The country is holding its breath. Death has never been busier, and will be busier still. By her brother's graveside, Liesel's life is changed when she picks up a single object partially hidden in the snow. It is the grave digger's handbook, left behind there by accident, and it is her first act of book thievery. So begins a love affair with books and words as Liesel, with the help of her accordion-playing foster father, learns to read. Soon she is stealing books from Nazi book burnings, the mayor's wife's library, wherever there are books to be found. But these are dangerous times. When Liesel's foster family hides a Jew in their basement, Liesel's world is both opened up and closed down. So that's actually giving you a lot of info. I've been reading it, I want to say for 10 days now. And at first, I really was struggling with it. I think because the narration is from Death's point of view, so it's like from this thing or this like person. It's not really a person, but it's this thing, and he or they, it is giving us their point of view of the whole thing. I found it extremely hard to follow The first couple of chapters I had to reread at least 3 times because I just couldn't get it into my brain. I don't know if that's because I was coming off the back of a fantasy and it was like info dump and a lot was going on and it was like action and like all that type of thing. Maybe that's why I couldn't get into it. So I don't want to say it's slow, but I personally found it slow to start. We're following a 10-year-old girl. Her name is Liesl, and it starts off with her on a train with her brother and her mother, but her brother sadly passes away on the train. So it shows her going to the graveyard, at her brother's funeral. That's where she steals her first book. She's also being brought from the graveyard, the graveside of her brother, to a foster home. At that moment we don't know where her mother is going, but we can kind of get an idea of where she's being taken or where she has to go or where she's trying to hide or something. It doesn't give much information on her mother yet. There was only this one moment where Lisa was writing letters to her mother and I felt so bad for her because it showed her foster parents talking about it in like their little own conversation, and they were like, why is she even trying to send her letters, because God only knows what they have done to her. And at that moment, like, Lisa is like, who is they? And obviously we know they are the Nazis, and like she's probably in a concentration camp. There's a parade in the book that they have to attend for an event. They keep saying the word communist, 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 and Lisa is like, what is this word, what is this word? But then I think later on she realizes, she's sitting down, she's like asking her foster father, is my mother a communist? And he basically says, yeah, she is. He basically doesn't want to lie to her because like that's the worst thing he can do. She's figured it out for herself type thing. One thing I love about this book is the relationship Lisa and her foster father have, Hans. They're both going through a lot, the two characters separately, in their own like ways. They find each other at the perfect moment, I feel like. I just love the time they spend together and the time we see them together. I really enjoy. I have a little few things written down, so I will like say my thoughts. One thing, like, she makes friends and she goes to school and you see one of her friends, Rudy, and the innocence of children during war is almost like a slight light in a dark time, I would say, because it's like these children are in Nazi Germany and a lot of their parents are in like Nazi groups and things like that. They really don't know what's going on, and it's like it just like highlights that like that is who is in the center of these wars. Innocent people and children are in the center of these wars, and like the children don't know what's even going on. Like, she didn't even know what happened to her mother. Nobody told her. Because you are following Liesl, you don't see a lot of like what's actually going on until you're in the other chapters and the other point of views, and you're like, wow, okay, this is a lot is happening, obviously. In the description I just read, also the bit where they mentioned the Jew in the dark, they like introduced him into the book. He was like handed a book with a key, and then it was like he kept on repeating a name in his head, Hans Huberman, Hans Huberman. I was like, how does he know Hans, who is Liesl's foster father? How does he know him? Why does he know his name? I was like, is this her father? Because you don't really get any info on her father at all. I was like, is this her father? Is he trying to find her? How does he know his name? Like, all these things. It was like, that's when it hooked me. It was like, I think 30% of the way through, I was like, okay, this is interesting. I need to know now what's going on. And like the chapters after that, when he arrived at their house, were just so sad, because he got there and they were helping him. They want to help him, and that's one thing in this as well. These people are good people, and they are just terrified of what's going to happen to them if they say something wrong, do something wrong. Especially Hans, you see a lot of him. He's not involved in like the Nazi party. He doesn't think what's going on is a good thing. He says that to Liesl, but he says in situations like this in public, we need to talk about all this, and we need to say this, and we need to say that, which is sad that they feel like they have to, but that's how they protect themselves. The Jew, his name is Max Vanderberg, and when Max arrives at their house, they're like, okay, well, let's help you. But he, first of all, has been in the dark room, that's where they introduce him, for 2 years, 2 full years. He left his family behind, his mother behind. His father was Hans' best friend, and that's why he's come to them for help now, because when the First World, because this is following the Second World War, the First World War happened, Hans and Max's father, who was Hans's best friend, were in the war together, and he ended up dying on the battlefield, and a lot of people he knew died, and Hans ended up surviving, and he went to visit Max and his mother and said, if you ever need any help, this is my name, this is my address, I'm here to help you. When Max arrives at their house, he sleeps for 3 days because he's been literally in the dark for 2 years, not knowing what's going on, terrified for his life. Wakes up, he's in Liesel's bedroom because there's 2 beds, and she's like terrified. She's like, who is this man? And Hans is like, okay, this man, we're gonna help him, but you cannot tell anybody that he's here, because if you do, we are going to be in trouble. They're going to take us away and you'll never come back, you'll never see us again, type of thing. I already know from reading the last few chapters that Max and Liesel are going to break my heart, because I can tell their relationship is gonna like form and grow, and something's gonna happen. I just know something is gonna happen, because that's the type of book it is. It's just, you can tell they're good people. That's like one big thing about war, isn't it? That just like there are good people involved that are trying to just survive, and it's really sad. It's like feeling the feelings of these characters and like getting a little bit attached to the characters now, which is never a good thing, because I already know bad things are going to happen in this book that are going to make me sad. I don't know if I'm good at explaining books yet, but we are learning as we go. That's my thoughts so far. The next clips you're going to see is me reading in my car yesterday, so enjoy. Okay, hey, so I haven't read today. It's Thursday. I have not read, and that's just the realism, the realisticness of this kind of video. That's my update for today. I did go for a nice drive and to the beach, which you saw, and that's fine. Sometimes we don't read. I think what gets me as well, the next chapter is 43 minutes long, and my brain is like, I'm not reading 43 minutes straight right now, but realistically I don't need to read for 43 minutes straight if I don't want to. That's me for today. That's my updates. I would sit and finish off this video because I haven't spoken over the weekend because I've kind of just been chilling. The last clip, I don't know what percent I was on, maybe like 50 or like 40 something. I got past the 43-minute chapter, which is good, but I'm now 64% of the way through. I think I'll probably finish this book today or tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed my first reading vlog. I don't know what I'm doing yet really with this whole YouTube thing, but I did enjoy filming my realistic what I read in a week. As somebody who works, I have definitely compared myself to a lot of like the book creators I follow on social media, and you know, sometimes people just are slower readers and don't have as much time to read, and that's perfectly normal. How many pages did I read all week? We'll figure that out together. I started on page 151, I think, when like at the start of the week. Yeah, 151. I have to take my calculator out for this math. So I read 206 pages all week. That's actually very good for me. I know some people do that in a day, but listen, hope you enjoyed this video. I had fun filming it, and if you wanna subscribe and stick around, that would mean a lot to me. But I'll see you soon, hopefully. Bye.